Hi there, Angel and Company. This is Megan McCracken, and excuse me, in this video, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks of some things that you can do to improve your online presence and be able to reach more people in your area and be able to help more families in Las Vegas. So, some things we'll all be covering are mostly have to do with the website, and we'll just be covering content, backlinks, and then citations. And then I'll touch on advertising, but the main things will be these long-term solutions that don't require monthly advertising fees of some search engine optimization tips. So we'll kind of just hop into it. So starting with your website, first of all, your website is clean and neat, and I do like that. I think if you could have a little bit more colors just to pop it, and I also recommend rule of thumb is to have in multiple touch points across, especially the homepage, but subsequent service pages as well, uh, for options to call you. So that's actually a huge thing, especially when people are scrolling on their phone. If they can see that multiple times and have that click to call button, that actually is really helpful. But then additionally, as far as just overall content tips, as a rule of thumb, Google likes to see about 1,500 words um, on the homepage and then about 500 words on subsequent pages. And they like to see anywhere between 5 and 10 pages is especially what they like to be able to see. So for you, I was able to put in the amount of words that you have, and you have 511 words. And then one of your competitors I'm going to be looking at actually has 510, but they have other things that are making it so they don't necessarily need to have that many words on their homepage, which I'll talk about. But that's a good rule of thumb and just a good start for you for being able to kind of match up against them. So Prestige is one of your or one of the main competitors as far as the fact that they're ranking number one on Google on a lot of really important keywords. So if you were to use something like Ahrefs, you can also use SEMrush or SEMrush is what it's called, or like SpyFu, which are a little bit cheaper. Those are where you can put in your website and competitors' websites and be able to see what keywords they're ranking for, as well as backlinks, which I'll be touching on. Um, and you can even track your own ranking as you start to rank for certain words. So first of all, looking at you, you actually don't rank for any keywords at this time. Ahrefs couldn't find it. Where um, for Prestige, if we look here, they're ranking number one for a lot of stuff. And mind you, they've been smart in making themselves rank for even kind of innocuous search terms. But even if we come down to like roofing in Las Vegas, they're number two. And then I saw like commercial roofing Las Vegas Roofing Company, they're number three. So they might not necessarily be number one on all of these, but they are in the top five, which means that they're always being shown as one of those top search options below Google business listings, which I'll also be talking about, and then those ads. But even if people have ad blockers, they're still finding them because their website's at the top. So that's the biggest thing is content is making sure that you have a good quantity of content, but that it also has quality, meaning that it has a lot of these buzzwords that people are very frequently searching for. I mean, for example, where was it? Um, some of these you can see how many searches are happening a day, and you can see that that means that you're missing out on all of these potential customers. So yesterday it was just 20 for Las Vegas Roofing Company, but I saw a different one. Roofing in Las Vegas was 40, um, roof ring gutter, so even like gutter services was 100. So those are all of the searches that you're missing out on and the potential customers. So that's number one is content. Number two are backlinks. And backlinks are what I like to call the popularity contest of Google. So the way I describe it is it's basically like if the jock or the cheerleader is saying like, hey, this person's really cool, you should listen to them, to everyone in the high school. And so that's other websites telling people, hey, you should go to this website because they're the experts. You should get your roofing done by these people because they are the absolute best. And Google really likes to see that that many people are referring back to you. And not all backlinks are created equal. They really like to see quality backlinks that have to do with your industry. They're going to care less about like a fashion blog than they will like a home maintenance blog, for example, for sure. Um, but if we look at Prestige Roofing, we can see how many, so they have 1,000 backlinks coming from just over 300 different websites. So, because you can have backlinks multiple times on the same website. So, Google only cares though about do follow links. So, anything that doesn't have a zero here. But that means these guys have multiple pages of do follow links. And then if we look at you, you have one referring domain, and we can see, and it's actually not a do follow link either. So there are websites like Linkjuice and Majestic that you can go to where you can submit the same links that your competitors have and then start to even find your own. So Prestige obviously has a lot, but you can even be looking at other smaller competitors of yours as good examples of backlinks. But I mean, if you can start matching up against these guys, typically a rule of thumb is to at least match, but if you can get 25% more or even 50% more, that would really help you to be able to start to rank against them as well. So it's a mixture of that and content as far as the website goes and Google goes. Now, the last thing is the power of Google Maps listings. So if we look at Roofing Company, Las Vegas, Nevada, even though Prestige is at the top here, they're actually not at the top here. And the way that you get in the top three slots here is through having citations. And you really want the top three because most people aren't clicking on more businesses. They're going to be choosing one of these top three unless these reviews are randomly really bad. So what I use is it's called Whitespark, where you can put in your website and the types of keywords that you're looking at, and it'll find a bunch of your competitors and see how you're matching up against them. So for you, you have 6% of your competitors' citations. So, and then it will show you all of these opportunities of all of the websites where you can be submitting your Google business profile info. So your obviously your company name, address, phone number, etc. And it also shows you how much each of these websites is worth because just like backlinks, not all of them are created equal. So if you can start to just be submitting all of these and then get all of this submitted, you will be moving yourself into this number one spot. Like if you can have it in 100% of the opportunities that you're missing, you can move yourself into that top slot here. And then by having the right content and backlinks, you can have yourself in the top slot here. And the very last thing is I'm not sure if you've looked into having sponsored ads or not, but you can have yourself in the top slot here with some really effective Google advertising. Google advertising is more of the short-term solution that you can start doing immediately to start to get more leads, but then the search engine optimization stuff can take a little bit to gain traction, but once it does, it's long-term and just requires monthly upkeep to make sure that you're keeping up with the keywords as necessary and that Google sees that the website is still active. So if you can combine all of those things, you can really start to get more customers, help more people, scale your business, whatever your goals might be. You can reach them by following these simple tricks. So again, if you want to chat more about it, I would love to hop on that discovery call. But if not, I do hope that these tips and tricks can help you out. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.